It's the 6th of November 2016. Welcome to episode 18 of RapBabble, the weekly hip hop podcast. And our first story is a story of it's a debacle. It involves French Montana, and he was gearing up for his second official album. He's dropped loads of mixtapes, but his second official album on Bad Boy. He had 3 big singles, which were really well done. There was money spent on the videos. They were all good. It's rare that you get 3 really good singles off an album. I was impressed. I liked them all. I watched them all. And I don't watch a lot of singles generally, but these 3 came up, and I'm interested in French Montana. I like his melodies. So he had one which was Figure It Out with Nas and Kanye West. He had one called Lockjaw with, what's his name? Totally blanked on his name now. Oh, Kodak Black, that's it. And he's a new rapper, so it was bringing in the new school. And actually, Kodak Black took the lead. It was really his song. Like French Montana, I would have just taken him off the song. The song totally belongs to Kodak Black, and he raps so well. Like French Montana suffers next to him. He really shouldn't. And Kodak Black has this really unique voice as well. So it sounded really good. And then the third song was No Shopping with Drake. So he teams up with his buddy. They've worked together a couple of times, and again he was outshone by Drake, who put out about 32 bars, and it was all solid rap, whereas French Montana's was a bit watered down with his ad-libs and stuff like that. But it was a great song. It was a club banger. And yeah, so he set himself up well. Like that, the perfect setup. Like sometimes people have one amazing single and then they can sell an album off that. But he had 3 really good singles, and so he would have done well. The problem started when he missed the release date because of sample clearances. And the second problem that happened was Target, a retailer in the USA, they accidentally put it on the shelves before the release date. And so people bought the album and ripped it to their computers and then shared it online. So it had been leaked. And I'm not sure if the date had been pushed back after it had been shipped to shops, because they needed to get sample clearances. So they could have given the music to the shops and then said, we'll just hold off. We just need to make sure we agree to how much we pay the sample people. So that could have been the case. But anyway, what happened afterwards with those 2 things, his record label just decided to completely scrap the album. That's it. It's done, which is stupid. They shouldn't have put the samples there, or they should have made sure the samples were cleared in the first place. This is why I don't like samples. They sound like a lot of work. I probably wouldn't do it if I was them, because it's just the amount of work involved. But yeah, they used samples, and they scrapped the album, and now they've decided to put it out as a mixtape, which is a good idea because it would be a waste to waste that album. But it's a total debacle. So that's out now, and it has 3 good singles. You won't get much substance on the rest of the album, so you just need to look for those hits and take those off. And maybe leave some of the other songs. I just wish he'd put out less music and increase the quality. As in just reduce the quantity, and the quality will increase naturally. Because he puts out a lot of mixtapes like a lot of rappers do today. The second story we have involves a rap group from long ago. It's A Tribe Called Quest. So A Tribe Called Quest, they were from the 80s and 90s. They were a very conscious hip-hop group, and they were really popular. I mean, this was in the era before gangster rap. They were really... It's rare that you get positive rappers and who are poets, and they're not commercial at all. And, they're real people as well. They're not showing off. They're not putting on a front. They're just real people. They're really down to earth. They really feel like down to earth people, salt of the earth people. And their music, the only thing I know about their music is they had one big hit called Stressed Out, which I watched the video and I thought was amazing. They have about 5 albums, so they've got a lot of material. I just totally missed the Tribe Called Quest phase, but I heard that song Stressed Out, and it was amazing. I remember loving it at the time, thinking, who are these guys? Anyway, that's the history. The present is they decided to reform and put an album out. So this will be album number 6, and it is called We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service. It's coming out on the 11th of November, which is next week. The sad thing is, though, one of the members has since the recording of this album passed away from complications from diabetes, I think. Fife Dog. So it's quite sad that happened. And on Hot 97, they were saying actually that the pressure of the album negatively affected his health in the recording of this album, which kind of mirrors Michael Jackson very much, because Michael Jackson died because of the stress and the pressure from his comeback tour. So it's sad that happened. An album's coming out, and these are guys from the past who are coming back. De La Soul had a moment like that as well. Sadly, then both of these guys, I doubt they'll get a lot of sales and a lot of attention, mostly just from people who are from the 90s, who grew up through the 90s and the 80s. But I'm glad they're coming back anyway. This is good for music, and I hope it does well. I'd like old bands old groups who are really conscious and not very commercial to do well, because I want music to go in that direction. Yeah, so that's coming out next week already, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to listen to it closely. And it has Andre 3000 on it, Kendrick Lamar, Busta Rhymes, Consequence, Anderson .Paak. And I saw somewhere it said Kanye West, but I need to double check that. Because if Kanye West is there, that would be brilliant. Oh no, they were on they helped him out in his Yeezus tour. Yeah, okay. So he's probably not on there. But the others are still there. And the group themselves are still there. So, the third story, and this is a big sign of how not a lot happened this week, and therefore I decided to go for the singles chart. So this is the top R&B and hip-hop singles from the Billboard chart for this is 27th of October. This is last week. Here we go. Here's this week. And so at the top we have, maybe I should start from number 10. Which would make more sense. So I'll keep it short and just keep it at number 10. From number 10, but we have Tory Lanez with Love. I have not heard that. Number 9, Rihanna, Needed Me. Rihanna's album came out a while ago, so she's got staying power. Needed Me was quite good. I was happy with that. Amin, Caroline. I don't know that. Drake and Fake Love. So Drake's, what would you call it? An EP maybe? Or 4 tracks, which was put out on the internet for, I don't know if it was free actually. But he put it out online, and Fake Love is there. And Fake Love was, I identified it as, has potential as a single. But it was really repetitive. That was a big knock against it. Everything else was good. Everything else was solid, decent, but just repeated some of the lines too many times. Then number 6 is One Dance, which is Drake again. And it's actually going up this time. So that one's a stayer. It's amazing how long some singles last. The album gets put out months ago and it's still there. This must be platinum, if not double platinum. Young M.A. with Ooh, and that's another one with staying power from a totally unknown artist who's had a breakout hit, and it's amazing. And it is so heavily remixed. I've not heard a song that remixed for a long time. Probably this decade so far. I haven't heard a song that has been remixed so many times and covered by so many people. So she's done an amazing job, and I like her a lot as a rapper. I hope she becomes a mainstay in hip hop. And she's another real person as well. I feel like she's a real person. Though I hope she doesn't sign to a label, but she probably will. But I hope it doesn't change her. But I hope she does well. Then Ray Sremmurd with Black Beatles at number 4, which is not a great song. I like the idea. I like their energy. They're reckless, they're raw, but the quality of their music is middling. It's not bad, and they are good with melodies and stuff like that. But this one, they try and sing a bit, and they just push it. They push it past their limits. They can't do it. They shouldn't do this. So this song was, I don't know who Juju on the Beat is that's the song name. It's ridiculous when you don't know which one's the song name and which one's the artist. But the artist is Zay Hilfiger and Zaylon McCall. and they're at number 3, and they jumped into number 3. They weren't climbing. Well, actually, that's normal. It's hard to go to rise, unless it's a slow burner and no one knows you. Number 2, it's Dram with Lil Yachty and Broccoli, which is a super catchy song. It is a great song. I hadn't heard of Dram before. I know Lil Yachty. I've heard a lot about him, and he is definitely from the new generation, like the new generation. Like last 2 or 3 years, he's part of that. And I'm already hearing a lot of people from the previous generation talk about how they just don't understand this music, and they don't get Lil Yachty. And I'm kind of in the middle with him. Don't fully get him, but there might be something there. I just wish he wouldn't drown his voice in auto-tune. And then sitting at the top comfortably is The Weeknd, featuring Daft Punk with Starboy. Starboy is it's a great single. It's a great chart single. It sounds brilliant, and the video, I like the video as well. The video, he did a good job. He cut his hair so he looks totally different. He looks a little more aggressive. Like in this song, he's confident and aggressive, which I don't like in this case, because I listen to the lyrics, and the lyrics are just totally empty. Like it's just all I have money, I have cars, I'm so much better than you, girls. It was ridiculous. I didn't even pay attention to it the first time I heard it. I just heard the beat and the chorus, and it sounded great. And then I saw this YouTube video where they dissect the lyrics, and they print it out, and they give it to people, and they want to see their reaction, and they read it, and it just sounds awful. It's not bad. It's just, I don't want to hear that rubbish. It's so boring to hear how rich you are. It really bothers me, because I didn't expect this from him, and the fame has got to his head. The money has totally got to his head, and he's completely lost. I don't know. I knew a couple of singles from him before, and they were good. I was happy with them. He was talking about other things. He talks heavily about drugs, relationships, sex. And they're all things that, well, they're not as empty as this, but this is just totally empty. The lyrics, I'm just so disappointed. I hate it when lyrics ruin a good song. This is such a great song, but just lyrically, like, I wish they would just strip The Weeknd off the song and put a good lyricist there. I'm annoyed at that song. But there are some interesting YouTube videos where they do dissect lyrics, and they do really make you realize, wow, this is good or this is terrible. All right, that's all I have for you this week. Come back. This podcast is on AudioMac, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Facebook. Although you found it through one of those, so you can. And there's an RSS feed. So even if you found it through one of those, you might find it more convenient to watch or listen through another one. And I'll be back next week with more news, more hip hop news. See you next week. Bye.